Buddy, I must think most of you are going to be watching on the replay because didn't advertise this live at all. We were doing an auction and just decided, yeah, it's time to make the thumbnail and go. So, okay, so those of you that are here, those of you watching on the replay, I'm going to just go over some stuff that's going on in this Gypsy Rose shite show. So, I've been catching up on a little bit of stuff earlier today. And apparently, a longtime friend of Kristy's, who's now an ex-friend of Kristy's, says that she expects that Gypsy is going to give birth behind bars at this rate. I don't know that I feel that. I think there's going to be some changes probably that she's going to have to make. But here's some of the stuff that's going on. Like, there's parents out there that don't want companies promoting Gypsy as an influencer. They don't want to see Gypsy promoting products, and they don't want to see Gypsy on there being held as a celebrity to their kids, to their teenagers, because of what she did. And it's like the world's gone mad kind of thing, and we're forgetting that, like, she unalived her mother. She's the reason her mother is no longer here. Maybe she wouldn't be here at this point anyway. She could have died from health conditions, but she was unalived because her daughter just wanted to be done with her. And then, they had this elaborate hoax, if you will, of this scheme, this false narrative about this Munchausen's by proxy, which some people still believe, and some companies or whatever are still out there, promoting this and thinking like she's just this poor little abused girl. But anybody that has looked at the evidence in this case will know that it's not true. I mean, investigators knew it wasn't true, and they were really upset that this was not, prosecuted the way it should have been. But because of the political things and the prosecutor just not wanting to be thought of that he was prosecuting someone who was abused, let her take this plea deal where she served only 85% of a 10-year sentence. Okay. And then, it's said that allegedly Gypsy is striking videos on other creators that are using her content, and they're upset about it. So allegedly, those creators are making reports to her parole officer about this. And what they're telling, allegedly, her parole officer is that, because I guess with certain creators, she's been battling, and she's been battling through that friend, the one that blocked me on TikTok. Well, allegedly, she's been using that person to kind of fight some battles for her, okay? And maybe even contact people she's not supposed to be contacting, using a third party. Well, everything's getting to be such a mess, and it's word there on the YouTube streets, and again, this is all allegedly because it's on the streets, that they're calling, these people and others are making calls to her PO. Now, what are they saying to her PO? Is she doing anything illegal? Is she allowed right now to be on social media? Yeah. She is allowed to be on social media, but what they're saying is, like, I think they're trying to say because she's battling with this certain creators, and she has certain creators that she is not fond of, and, Panini Press, okay, my man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. 10-foot pole? All that kind of stuff. So she's got the PR company that's trying to rehabilitate her image, which is telling her not to do this anymore, right? Not to engage with the negativity, not to engage with the haters, not to entertain any of that. And she's doing a lot of what they said in their outline for her, okay? She's posting pictures of her pregnancy book, and she's talking about educational sites, and she's taking pictures with vegetables and doing all this stuff to kind of rehabilitate her image. But in the long run, no one is going to forget. You know, you know what it reminds me of? Chris Watts, when he sat there in Wisconsin, I believe it was in March, and after the murders of March of 2019, and he told them that he told Coder and Baumhalver and Tammy Lee that, you know what, I hope people don't judge me on this one thing. And by this one thing, he meant the horrific murder of his pregnant wife and 2 little girls. And we thought it was absurd then, like, no, Chris, they're going to forget that, and they're going to go back and think, you know, you're a great guy because you had a photographic memory and you could fix cars really good. That's what they're going to say. No, okay? She doesn't understand. She's not famous. She's infamous. And it's not for something good. And I don't understand, like, it's just that I really, like I said last night when I was speaking with that one person, I want to go back and find out, like, when her social media started. I mean, and it's hard to see because she deleted everything on her Instagram when she left Ryan. So it's going to be a little harder to go back, but I think like sites like Social Blade will show when that account was created, and it will show the subs and how they came, because somebody was managing the account for her when she was in prison, and then she comes out and boom, she's got, you know, the lifetime deal. Now we know Kristy was doing a lot of this. Kristy was making the rounds. Kristy on her own Facebook page has public posts alerting everybody to interviews she was doing with News Nation. You know, she was making the rounds. Kristy was also very involved in Facebook groups. And that's where she met some of these creators that she ended up being friends with, who then in turn, eventually, they turned on each other. They broke up their friendship. And some of them have really screwed her right over and have released Gypsy's messages, her messages. They've said things about Kristy and Rod's marriage. I mean, yeah, it's been messy, to say the least. It's been very, very messy. And yet, Gypsy's in another friendship with this Bree person. And I'm not sure how she knows this Bree person, but I mean, just like with every relationship Gypsy has, it doesn't usually last too long. And so, like, we're just at that point. But, you know, should she be influencing kids on social media? You might say, well, how is she influencing kids? Well, kids are on social media, and Gypsy's over there, like, TikTok, and they've got dances and this and that. Kids are going to say, you know, let's just say the parents know, who is she, you know? Oh, this is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Oh, what did she do? Oh, well, let me check it out. Oh my gosh. She was the mastermind behind this plan that murdered her mother and took advantage of an autistic man and utilized him for what she needed. You know, I mean, it's not anything good. Now, I know that Ken and Ryan have kept their heads in the sand. They will not look at those interrogations. I know a lot of you say the interrogations were the turning point for you, where you could really see her for the liar that she is. She's lied about so many things. Some of the things that really make me nuts is when she came out and she was talking about her teeth, and she was talking about chemotherapy. She never had chemotherapy. She didn't have cancer. Why is she still repeating these lies? It's not that she thought she had cancer and chemotherapy. No, she didn't think that. She said that she didn't think that. She said she knew she wasn't sick. Okay? She says that day she was arrested. We know she knew how to walk around that house all the time. The doctors say her lower extremities were not atrophied. They had muscle tone. She was walking around. I mean, it's ridiculous that this has happened, but this is like unprecedented. It really is. When you try to think of any case like this, no, because in this country, most people who either are convicted of murder or take a plea deal and admit to it do not get out of prison like she did. Okay, they're usually there for life without parole. Or they've got a very, very long sentence like Susan Smith, and whether she'll get out or not, we don't know. But, it's not like they have this tiny little sentence like Gypsy did. And you can bet that if Susan Smith gets out on parole, she's not going to walk out into like what Gypsy did, okay? And I know that they showed a documentary once where she had like this guy that was after her. Yeah, there's plenty of guys that want to do that kind of stuff. But even with that, it's not, she's not going to be like this. So it's all this scam of this poor little abused Gypsy that's like the difference here. And people have got to start learning the truth, because what's been created here, some people are saying that she's already influenced kids to try this. I know someone cited a recent case where a mother took away her daughter's cell phone, and the daughter found someone on the internet, and they literally, it was attempted murder of the mother. She was badly injured. She didn't die, thank goodness. They were able to intervene, but there are creators and stuff that are saying, no, this is a direct result of this glorifying Gypsy with the Lifetime series and everything like this, and just kind of forgetting what really happened. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's scary. The other thing that's scary is, I believe it's in one of the first few episodes of Life After Lockup. She says she is not ready for a baby, that she has to work on herself because she could not give herself to a baby. She literally says it, what everybody is thinking. And yet, it seems like whether the pressure was there from her family, from Lifetime, from herself, in order to either secure another season with Lifetime or something else, she went out and she's pregnant now. We know the pregnancy is real. And the thought is scary because she needs a lot of help. I mean, she did not go she says she's in therapy now, right? She said she's talking to a therapist. Let's hope that she is, but how is she going to care for this baby? It's scary. It really is scary. And here's the other thing. We know how these YouTube streets work, and we know there are people, and I think it's terrible, anybody that uses CPS or any kind of things like that, going real life, as her vehicle of harassment. But there are people that do that, and they think it's, okay. And whether in her case they're going to say it's justified or not, what's going to, that's some of the stuff that happens on these streets here, and I know it firsthand. I had 5 CPS calls in a year that were completely unfounded, and they were for no other reason than to harass me, my family, my kids. And that's what people do on here. They go real life. And Gypsy's got to understand that, once she has this baby, these people, they'll probably take it there. And so if she goes on, they'll probably keep using it as a tool of harassment. I don't know. I don't think it's right, unless there really is a danger, because they're taking CPS workers away from cases. But, it does seem scary, and that she would be taking care of a baby. It really does, because it doesn't seem like she is capable of that. And given her anger, and we know she has anger, we've seen it with Nick saying how scared he was with it. We've seen her fly off the handle with Ryan. We've seen her be very manipulative. We've seen her say that she's going nuts with Ken. She's blaming it on hormones. Allegedly, her and Kristy do not get along. And the reason Kristy is trying to stay involved is because she wants to be in the spotlight. She wants to be in the Lifetime series. So that's why she's like tagging along. You'll see how many episodes that Kristy is in herself, right? When she went to Gypsy's apartment, Rod didn't go with her. It was Kristy. And, they're walking the dogs along the waterfront there. Again, Gypsy and Kristy. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a real mess. And let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, because I didn't look in the chat, because then I get all sidetracked. But let me take a look at the chat and see what you're saying, what you're thinking, because maybe I'll do a poll if you think that Gypsy would be in prison or something having this baby. Okay, let's see who's here. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Isabel. Kevin, Ruthann. Hello there. Okay, I'm in top chat. First of all, I should get into live chat. That's good. Cute kitty. Hi. Sassy TV Mom. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. You follow this Gypsy case? It's crazy. Her half-sister. Oh, yeah. Her half-sister. You do follow it. Okay, Sassy TV Mom. Sassy TV Mom and I go way, way, way back. Yeah, she went to go get her that because what happened was in Life After Lockup, Sassy TV Mom, Gypsy told her sister Mia that her and Ryan, weren't using protection and did things that could result in pregnancy, to which Mia told her, you can't do this. You want to have surgery. You want to do this. You want to do that. And, so that's there was an episode about that. She even did the TikTok live. Yes, she did. She went on with Jeffree Star, and he got people to donate big time to her. Even Eugenia Cooney had gave her a lion, which is $400. And yeah, she got big money on that. Absolutely. She's using this newfound fame to meet celebrities. The same thing her mother taught her, how manipulation to get what she wants. Exactly. And she is fixated on celebrities. That's why she pinned the post with Kim Kardashian to her Instagram and all that. Sassy Mom. See, I call you always Sassy Mom TV, right? Oh my gosh. And I know you're in Vermont. Why do I always call you that? I mess up names so badly. I don't have dyslexia, but I don't know why I see the TV instead of the VT. Isn't that crazy? You've been missing in action as you had a heart attack and oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay. I hope you're okay now and on the road to recovery. Prayers for full recovery. Hope you and your family are doing okay. How's your son and everything? TV because YouTube maybe. I don't know why I always thought. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, it was so cringe when Gypsy was like, let it out, scream, cry. Yeah. Oh, nobody can fault you for not trying, right? What was it, a 3-month marriage on the outside, and Kristy's just like, oh yeah, you tried your best. Kristy doesn't care, okay? Kristy just wants what Kristy wants. And she wants to be in the episodes. She's got something going on with Ken. I don't know for sure what it is. He's good, just turned 16, heading into 11th grade this year. Wow. Good. Good to hear. Hi, Soul. Yeah, it's nuts. And it's like just really a train wreck, but just think about it. I mean, now she wants to be an influencer. So I don't know what brands she's ever partnered with, but if she wants to be a mommy influencer, that's scary because, you know, what are you going to say? Oh, I got this Britax car seat because, yeah, I saw Gypsy Rose. She was promoting this on her YouTube channel, and she was promoting this on TikTok for, you know, it's like, well, who is she? What is she, you know, why, what's her promotion? And, oh, she unalived her mother? Oh, okay. I agree with the father. I see divorce with his wife trying to run everything and going against Gypsy's father. Yeah, you know, and then there's a lot of creators out there saying that there's been a lot of trouble in that marriage. I don't know whether it's true or it's not true. Frankly, it's not my business. So, but it's with Gypsy, you know, out here and influencing people today. It's like all of our business because it's, I don't know what the heck is going on with society, and I'm all for, you know, people's second chances and stuff like this, but something is really messed up here because she, you know, I when I think of Nick's family and, you know, him being not, he was, you know, developmentally disabled, he had Asperger's, he was very easy to manipulate, and then you have Nick's whole family had just been torn apart over this, okay? And it's all because of Gypsy. It's all because Gypsy preyed on him. Like, you know, who could I get that I can manipulate to do this? And then, I mean, it breaks my heart when you see that little boy, who's Nick's younger brother, at that police interview with Nick's stepfather. The mother's in another room. They have that little boy. I can't believe somebody could not have taken that little boy into another room and, you know, even let him watch TV or something, even in that room that they had Gypsy in on the couch, right? Let the little kid sit in there and, I don't know, give him something to do, right? But he was in there, and when he said, you know, he misses his brother, and when, you know, can he see his brother or something like that? Oh my gosh, that's so sad, number one. But then number two, we know a few years later, he loses his mother. And believe me, it's got to be from this whole thing, right? Hi, Oliver. It's just one thing after another. And like she said, wherever she goes, you know, she brings all this chaos. It's just, I don't know. She constantly is with just all the deception, all the lies. You know, she's still doing these lies, and people are still out there believing that she was abused by her mother. And that's not the case. And you know what? It almost seems that in the end, it was Dee Dee, the mother, that was abused by Gypsy, given her anger problems and the fact that she wanted to get out of there. I mean, she lied about being chained to the TV and all of that stuff, you know? Being chained to the TV. Oh my gosh, being chained to the bed. But they never found any of that stuff that Gypsy said was in there. The whole thing is just crazy. And Gyp is, yeah, I don't know. It's, people ask her if she just has a job. She says she's an author. You know, it's just nuts. And like all all the things that have been given to her, like I believe all of her dental work was donated to her. There's people that can't get the dental work they need, and maybe these are people that need this dental work in order to get a better job or just be able to eat better and everything. Now, Gypsy had the means to pay for her dental work. She had the means. Okay, she had a book deal. She had a Lifetime series, 2 of them. She had the means to get her teeth fixed. And yet, I believe that dental work was donated to her. And her cosmetic surgery probably was as well, I bet you. And we know that the sonogram that she had was gifted to her. So it's kind of that these people, if they think, they want that because they want that publicity and they think it's worth it, I don't think a lot of these places are going to think it's worth it. And you don't believe they will send her back because she's so famous, infamous, is way more like it. This is just the gig old Gyp show. Freebie grifter. Yeah, but I mean, I think a lot of companies are going to start to think, no, as a real domestic violence, I'm still struggling with dental issues. I need save up and pay for it. See what I mean? Your teeth are falling out and breaking due to your health issues. I've got 2 that are abscessed and extremely painful. Insurance won't cover an oral surgeon and dentures for me. Yeah, exactly, Alicia. And it's not like you have like these Lifetime deals and a book deal and all this stuff. It's just and she even had, who was it? It wasn't Kanye West that wanted to. Who was it, Kevin? Was it some basketball player that wanted to, Shaquille O'Neal or somebody like that wanted to do her teeth, offered, why doesn't he offer to do teeth of someone that really, really needs it? Oh, Lamar. Oh, it was one of the Kardashians guys. Was it? I think so. But it's what price sell your soul. Yeah, I mean, hi, Christine. Why wouldn't they try to donate to somebody that really needs it? It's crazy, and they're acting like, again, that she was so abused. Okay, gotcha, Donna. Thank you. And all of that, the hair stuff she had, that might have also been gifted to her. Who knows? And what about the trips she took to New York and everything? Was that all paid for her? And I don't know. It's just, did she get the 2nd season of Lifetime? They're keeping it hush-hush, but it was said that certain things were filmed for Lifetime. So I don't know why they're keeping it so low-key. Oh, Khloe Kardashian's husband? Okay. Well, whatever it is, but yeah, I mean, and now, you've got her picking out, $2,000 cribs because her child has to have the best. And I don't know. It's just nuts, And who even knows where. The other thing is, like, about the Son of Sam laws and her making money on this, because even though she does talk about her mother's murder on these platforms, doesn't she? She does. She's mentioned it. How would I have seen it? She did a Mother's Day video where she spoke about her mother. Well, her mother is her victim. Her mother is the person that she had murdered. So now, if she talks about it on a TikTok, and let's just say she's making the 30 to 40,000 that they say she may get in a live stream, is that not considered profiting off of her crime? And is that not a law in Louisiana? But then people are saying, well, maybe it's not in Louisiana, but when you're on the internet, you're talking to people in all different states and all different countries. So, yeah, the husband she married looked just like her mother. A lot have said as well. Yeah, but you know what she does whenever she wants to make people feel sorry for her or something, or she's trying to get her point across, like in Life After Lockup when she wanted to leave Ryan and she was doing, that Amber Heard thing where she was like recording him in the kitchen and he's like, are you recording this? And she's like, yes, I want people to see this and what you're doing. You're making me, I feel like I did what I did with my mother, so that was something. Whenever somebody gets her angry, she'll say, you're making me feel like my mother did. And it's supposed to, get them to stop. But yeah, and so Lifetime, the first series where the confessions, doesn't that have to do with her crime and the aftermath of it? So, what is it about that she's profiting off of her crime? Because if it wasn't for this crime, would anybody know who Gypsy is? Would she have any big following? No, it's because of what she did, right? So, yeah, and I think people are trying to argue both sides of that. I don't know. There's the same man commits our offense, gets out of jail, has an OnlyFans account, and paid to talk about this, and paid to talk about his crime. That same man. Huh. What? The husband she married? No, the Son of Sam law is not gone. But somebody's saying that it's not in Louisiana. Let me look that up real quick. The Slayer statute is also called. Okay, Son of Sam laws prohibit criminals from profiting from writing or shows about their crimes. However, courts have frequently struck down these laws on First Amendment grounds. So New York law required criminals' profits from any books, movies go to their victims. That's in New York, okay? Let's see here. Supreme Court ruled Son of Sam law unconstitutional. In 1991, the Supreme Court declared that the statute was an unconstitutional content-based restriction of speech for two reasons. First, the statute was over-inclusive because it applied to any work that expressed the author's thoughts or recollections of the crime, whether or not the author had been accused or convicted. Because crime-related expression itself is not criminal, writing about a crime should be protected under the First Amendment. And second, the statute was under-inclusive because it imposed a financial burden on individuals related to the content of their speech. That is, it would redirect income from an expressive activity, whereas other income would not be included. Several lower courts also have invalidated state Son of Sam laws. For example, the Nevada Supreme Court invalidated its state law in Series versus Lerner in 2004. And it says, like, the criminal activities of a former mob member turned informant, Henry Hill, was the basis for the book Wise Guy by Nicholas Pileggi. Simon and Schuster successfully challenged a New York law that required profits from a criminal story to be available to victims. In February of 2005, Henry Hill sits in a restaurant in Nebraska. Let's see, and what happened to him? The federal district court and later the appeals court upheld the New York Son of Sam law. There, so let me see. Let me look at this. Slayer statute. Okay. Slayer statute, also known as the Slayer rule, is a law that prevents a murderer from inheriting property from their victim. The law is intended to prevent people from committing murder to receive an inheritance. It applies to both real and personal property that the victim would have acquired through a will. The Slayer rule is part of a trust and estates law and codifies the principle that a murderer cannot benefit from their crime. It applies only if the killing was intentional and felonious, but the murderer doesn't need to be convicted of that crime. If they are convicted, however, that establishes a presumption that they did kill the victim intentionally and feloniously. The Slayer rule gives the victim's successors the right to take civil action to direct the victim's property away from the murderer. This action can be brought by a successor or other interested party, such as a bank or life insurance company, on behalf of the victim's estate. Let's see. Slayer statutes vary by state, but all states prohibit the killer from receiving the proceeds of the victim's estate. Some states also prevent the killer's descendants from inheriting certain benefits. For example, the slayer may forfeit any benefits they may receive from the victim's will, trust, or non-probate instrument. They may also lose any right of survivorship in joint tenancies with the victim and be unable to serve as a fiduciary on the victim's behalf. Slayer rules can be difficult to apply in some situations, such as when the slayer is found not guilty by reason of insanity. Okay, so what happened to that house? What happened to any of Dee Dee's money? What happened to that money, even that small amount of money she stole? Where did that go? Right? Where did it go? What happened? To that. Interesting. Hi, Margot Killingsworth. Gypsy had enough freedom to meet a man online. She couldn't email or reach out for help. Oh, yeah. But she wasn't abused, Sassy. She wasn't. She was very able to get around. And I think she was around a lot. Her husband even came out and said that Gypsy's high voice is fake. Who did? Ryan or Ken? Ryan. Ken's not her husband yet. The house was put into Dee Dee's estate, and Habitat for Humanity resold the house to recoup the money. Did any of that money go to the Blanchards? Seems Law got Aileen Ornos big time. Sam's Law. That's from her two sisters. Okay. It's crazy. Them taking that house pissed Gypsy off like you wouldn't believe. Her dad and Kristy cleaned out Dee Dee's house. Yeah, I heard that. Rod and Kristy cleaned it out. And I heard her saying, oh my gosh, these people that are driving by that house like it's what'd she call it, the Grand Canyon or something. A tragedy happened there. A tragedy, Gypsy? Do you mean that you unalived your mother there? Ryan, yeah. Not that you know of. Yeah, I just wonder, I want to just see if I can see anything on Social Blade about her, like when did she, her accounts. Okay, so here's one of her accounts. Let's see. Her YouTube channel is not one of her biggest accounts, okay? But it is still gaining subs quite rapidly. Let me see here. Let me pull this over here. Come on. Hold on, it's giving me a... Oh, there you go. Did you go over there? Okay, so let's see. Let's pull this over here. Okay, so it says that this was created January 31st, 2024. So this was not an account that she had before she was released. So she has 10 uploads, 59.1K subscribers, 868,000 video views. Okay, but her stats are going down. They're down 85.9%. And her video views are down 76.8%. So, but you still see, even though they're going down, 200 subs today, yesterday. She had 1.4 here. Maybe that's when she posted that ultrasound. Here she's not getting very many views, but then she went over here. This is probably... That's what correlates with the, well, it definitely is this day and that day, and then it's like down to nothing because her YouTube account is really, it's her TikTok account and Instagram where she's there, where she gets a lot of views. Now here she's got 29,000 views, and then it just went up from July 1st to July 29th. But that may be because she wasn't really posting on it, on that. Now her subs may, it's just like 100. Then let's see, when did she? April 550. Then she lost 20, 120, but then she went 44,000 subscribers in July. There. Now let me see if does this do Instagram. Let's see. Well, let's see TikTok, right? Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose. Let's see if I can, is that her TikTok? Is that the same name? Let me see if I can find it. Okay, no? This is it or not? Yeah, this is it. Hold on, I've got it. Oh, I've got it. By George, she's got it. Okay. So here we have Gypsy Rose, 10,200,000 followers, but her uploads are going down. Let's see, her likes for the last 30 days are down. Her followers are at 0.0%. And so she gained 100,000 on the 19th. But she deleted something, I guess. It looks like when you have a big number like that with a red, it's usually because they deleted something. And yeah, she deleted 5 videos. So maybe their PR was telling her to get rid of those 5 videos or something that she had put up. And so these are monthly gained likes. So she, February, then she dipped down and she's dipping here. And now this is gained followers. So she had 6 million and then she lost 200,000. She lost 100,000. She had gained to 200,000. Gained 200,000 and monthly gained videos. So she's deleting videos and she's uploading videos, but they're not showing us when was this created. It was at least February, but was it before that? She definitely had social media before that. Instagram. But I don't think this gives us Instagram. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay, so let's see. Let's just see what this TikTok says. So, and this doesn't give what they think she's earning. So it's different for TikTok on this. It doesn't show her estimated earnings, which are usually wrong anyway, but let's see if we can figure out in her Instagram here. Let me see here. Instagram. Okay. Instagram. Saying that it's unable to find that, so let me see. So not, let me see, what is she at? I don't know, I'm just putting in, they're separated, I'm not finding that. But, let's see. Hey, Christine, those are crazy numbers. Someone called her grifty. Irish conscious shut down that TikTok already. Grew up with a black lab named Gypsy. She's ruining the name. Oh, and I made you jump. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a lot. 10 million TikTok. Yeah, that's a lot. Yes. Those neighbors, I felt for them. Imagine what they felt when this all came out. Yeah, let's see something about trying to see here. Don't have any errors. Okay. See if anything else is up with. Hang on, Scott Peterson for a second. How did we see? Trying to see if it, okay, so somebody asked who inherited Dee Dee's estate. They said Dee Dee had no, she lived in a Habitat for Humanity home. You would think Dee Dee would have had life insurance, you would think, right? Because she was so sick and she had Dee Dee, or not Dee Dee, she had Gypsy. And you would think she would want to know that Gypsy would be taken care of if something happened to her, right? So you would think that Dee Dee would have life insurance. But apparently it said Rod and Kristy were the ones that cleared the house. Dee Dee's sister got given a very small amount of Dee Dee's belongings. They gave her one picture and one moo-moo. That's where Kristy and Rod got all the photos, and that's how Kristy got Gypsy's medical records that she gives to people. This is what they're saying allegedly, you know. And the wheelchairs, they would ask for donations to buy wheelchairs. Oh my gosh, so. The house belonged to Dee Dee, but I see it as Gypsy hit her mom. The house was returned to Habitat for Humanity. I don't know if that's true or not. I do know the house can revert to Habitat for Humanity if the family doesn't take steps to leave a will. If there's no next of kin, it can also revert back. Plus, Habitat for Humanity isn't free. They have to put in sweat equity and have an affordable mortgage. I don't think she had much in the end. Her money was from child support, $1,200 a month food stamps, disability checks for Gypsy, and Social Security, mostly stuff. Gypsy stole a few $1,000s. I think it did go back to them. She owed like 50 or 60 on the house, so she didn't technically own it at the time of her death. Yes, it returned to their ownership. They repainted it and removed the ramp, and it belongs to a new family. Okay. According to the best friend of Dee Dee's sister, Gypsy called her dad. Kristy and Rod went to the house when it was available for them to finally go in. When they did, they cleared out the house, and whatever they didn't want, they donated or trashed, and then they gave her sister one picture and one moo-moo. According to Bree, Dee Dee's family was too poor to travel to Dee Dee's house and too old to move anything, so Rod and Kristy were actually doing them a favor by moving everything out of the house. Bree still wants to talk about Dee Dee's family, still years later, a family she's never even met. Whatever she had went to her dad and siblings, someone's saying. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what her. I can't imagine what her plan is long term. I don't know how she's going to take care of this baby. I just don't see it. It's scary. I don't think she said herself she's not ready for a baby. It's really it's quite scary, and let's see, it's your wedding day. What to wear on a date with Ken? Oh, I guess she made another TikTok video where she has people decide what shoes she should wear on a date with Ken. And they say this friend of hers that's always defending her. Why is she, what is she doing? That's all she does is defend Gypsy. Trying to see. She's so many people over here saying I can't see it because she has me blocked. Isn't that crazy? What are they doing here? Beauty influencer. See, I think if anything, she wants to be a beauty influencer. I don't think she wants to be a mom influencer so much. I really do think she wants to be a beauty and fashion influencer. Let's see. Okay, so somebody said I don't think that's the right one, is it? Saying that Gypsy was stunted development. Who wrote that? I don't even know who wrote that. Some Sweet Pea 3D 4D ultrasound in Ohio said they were notified of a post made regarding Gypsy Blanchard receiving free services from the Sweet Peas ultrasound clinic. That was performed in New Orleans and has no affiliation with our business here in Ohio. Please understand that we love and value our clients regardless of social standing, economic funds, etc., and we treat all clients equal. We have no affiliation to the services performed for this person. We appreciate you all and respect each of you individually. Please disregard any comments made on reviews, as these have been posted without understanding the difference in locations and the lack of relation regardless of a common business name. Thank you for your continued support. People are saying that. Oh, that was the other thing. That her and Kristy really don't get along is what so many people are saying, and people that know them behind the scenes and all of that, that they don't really get along. Again, and Kristy is just trying so hard because she's doing that in front of the cameras. And if that's the case, living in close quarters with the baby coming, with her wanting to be with Ken and wanting to be out of there, Gypsy wanted to do her own thing. She doesn't want to be told what to do. She's tired. She said, remember how she whined when she got into that Airbnb right when she got out of prison? And she said, and the PO called her and said that she wasn't supposed to be there. She was supposed to go straight on into Louisiana. And she's like, oh, I can't take this. It's like being in prison again. Like she was having a total breakdown, right? She doesn't want to be controlled. And if her and Kristy don't get along with each other and, Kristy's trying to tell her what to do or whatever, they're going to be butting heads like crazy. So let's see what you guys are saying. You have nothing but disdain for her, but there are times that I think she's pretty, but it might just be the filters. Without being cruel. Okay, so she's got a business dragged without even stepping foot in it. I know, right, Fetch? I mean, that's what I'm saying. People are going to be like, what the heck? And just to think that she's going to be some influencer, like, what product is she going to promote? No, seriously, what product is she going to promote to anyone? Right? What is she going to do? Makeup palettes? Is she going to come up with her own makeup line? I mean, pretty much she'd have to develop her own brand of something in order to promote it, because I don't think any other company is really going to want her to promote their products. So let's just say she thinks, I'm going to come up with my own makeup line. I'm going to make makeup palettes, the Gypsy Rose makeup line. I don't know. How far is that going to go? You're going to want a Gypsy Rose eyeshadow palette box? I doubt it. I doubt it. But I mean, if Jeffree Star and stuff is still think she's okay, I don't know. It's what is she going to do? She says she's going to write another book. And that's her job. She's an author. It's not like she's going to be someone like that's in Target or Walmart, like Pioneer Woman, right? Or even Drew Barrymore has a line of stuff in Walmart. You're not going to see Gypsy Rose's stuff. What are you going to see? Gypsy Rose's line of sheets in Walmart or Target? I mean, really, what is she going to do? Whatever she would do like that to create something, she'd have to do it on her own. She'd have to go get, like, the pallets made, find a factory and everything and do it on her own, because I don't think any store would, want her there. It's just too risky. It's too much. Fingernail polish. Yeah, like any of the makeup stuff, she would have to do it all herself, I believe. Totally do it herself. But I don't know anybody that would knowingly buy that, unless it gets. And then again, she could sell it direct, right? But if, let's say, she wanted to put it into stores, she would probably have a really hard time doing that, because the way people are up in arms and the way these people are talking, that, if they found out Sephora or Macy's or Ulta or something was going to carry those palettes, they would probably be up in arms. So it's going to be hard, but literally, if she was smart about the money that she's already made on this and the money she's still making on platforms like TikTok, if she just had invested wisely, she probably has a lot more than so many people have that work very hard, right? But I don't know. I think they're going through money, whatever they're doing, or they're siphoning it through different accounts. Like I said, I mean, I know that the parents allegedly were given some of the money to remodel their house. There were new cars. I don't know if any of that money went towards those trips, that Airbnb and everything that was rented for when she got out. But remember what she told Brian, right? She doesn't, Ryan, she doesn't care about money. Like when he said, well, what about the revenue? Why don't you just take that out first? Oh, I don't care. All you care about is money, right? But I think she'll be caring about the money when she can't get a $2,000 crib. Then she would really care for the money. Back to not getting in with Christine. My former stepdaughter was quite like Kristy, impossible to get along with unless she had an agenda. Horrible, horrible people. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. So, but anyway, guys, I've got something I've got to do important tomorrow in the morning. And so I'm going to have to say goodnight, but it was fun talking to you. I'm glad, I saw some of you sassy. Thanks for coming in. It was good to see you. I'll be around tomorrow sometime. I may even do something from the road. We'll see. But I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. God bless. Prayers. Be good. Before we go, we'll do our daily word cookie thing. Before we go, we'll do it. Hey, little lady, where you been? What you up to, little lady? What's going on? What's going on, little lady? So if you're brand new, we do this daily puzzle to wind down. We talk about a lot of true crime over here. It's not only just Gypsy's true crime. Right now it's just like a train wreck, right? But this is just a way to kind of wind down. Lustily. Yes, lustily. How about ills? No, how about good night, Christine. We'll see you tomorrow. Be good. Be good. Styly. Okay. You say so. Lilt. Shoot. Okay, so we know it's got to be L-I. L-I. Lily. And we know we have an S. S. There's this other one here. What is this last one there? What about Emmy? Emmy, wake, help me, Emmy. Please. I need help on this last one. Kevin, Emmy, Margot, where are you? Why have you abandoned me? Oh my goodness, what could this be? It has to begin with an S. It has to begin with an S. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, I know what it is. Slit. Has to be slit. We got it. I got it. Oh, you were trying to do that, Margot. Well, thanks for trying. This is the one we were at yesterday, right? Oh my gosh. I thought we had it. Seer, right? Seer. Sees. Okay. S-U. We've got Sue's, we've got Sure. We have user. Urea. Yeah. Okay. All right, you did it. All right, that's enough for tonight. We'll do this one maybe tomorrow. I'm just too tired. But thank you guys for watching. I love you. God bless. Prayers. Be good. See you tomorrow, God willing. And have a good night. God bless. Prayers for all that need them. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.